again and welcome. Today's video is really a result of quite a lot of questions that I got on my last video on the catalpa vase about the sanding system I was using. So I decided what I would do was do a quick video on the sanding system that I use from Simon Hope, the Pro Sander. It consists of the standard bar here, the standard handle, and as an extra you can get the extension handle, which I'll go through the operation of both. The head is, there's a little magnet in the back of the head. It's a twin bearing sealed unit. The bearings can be replaced, not that they will need to, I don't think, and it just releases easily there, and the head obviously tilts, and the same head can fit onto the extension bar just by means of the grub screw here, and away you go. And as I say, I'll show you both of these in operation. There is a kit which includes the standard bar, 3 sizes of sanding disc, and they come with a selection of grits going from 120 up to 600, and also a soft backing pad, and I'll go through all that with you when I show you it in operation. I'm not saying by any means that this system replaces hand sanding, but in the situation where hand sanding is not necessary and you can do it with this system, I think that's brilliant, and as I say, it is much quicker. So before I go across to the lathe and show you it in action, I'd like to make another mention of the Make It Matters, which Steve Twaddell at Templeboy Turnings is organising. There are 20 of us makers producing items for auction that are related to Toy Story. I'll say no more than that. For any more information and the full lowdown on it, I will put a link in the description below. And on the 28th, on Saturday the 28th, all 20 of us at various times, because of the time zone differences, will be uploading our videos. And if you go to Steve's website or his Facebook page, or indeed his YouTube channel, and I'll put links to all those down below, how you're able to put a bid in for any of the items, and the proceeds that are obtained will go to charities around the world to do with children's autism. A great cause. Okay, without further ado, we'll go to the lathe and I'll show you the Simon Hope Pro Sander system in operation. Okay, this is a piece of ash, and I'll zoom out in a minute. The reason I've come in close is that hopefully you can pick up the radial marks here. Now, this I've done just sanded with 120, and with hand sanding normally, and you get these radial marks. Now obviously as you go through the grits they will become less and less and less, and sometimes you have to actually, especially on the soft bark wood here, you have to go with the grain to get rid of those marks. Okay, now this is a practice piece, if you will. It's 10 inches long, and it's not perfectly concentric now because it's dried out and it's warped a little bit. You can hear that if I just, you can hear that it's not perfect. I don't mind that because it's good for this particular demonstration anyway. I must stress that obviously with fine dust you need if you have an air filtration system on installed, you need that on, you need your dust extraction, and you also need a dust mask or a respirator, because this does create obviously fine dust, and it is not quite as localized as it would be with hand sanding. Okay, so what I'm going to do to start off with is on the outside of this piece, I'm going to use the standard bar, put in the 72mm head, and attach 120. You can sand at around 2000 revs, which is what I'm going to do, and rather than a lot of small strokes, you want positive strokes along. Now when you actually, to get this to rotate, you need to apply pressure just to one side of centre, and that will make it spin. Now the beauty of this is when you get to your final 600 grit, almost like sanding in reverse, if you put the pressure on the other side of the pad, it will turn the other way, and then you'll be sanding almost like in reverse, and that will get rid of any visible marks whatsoever. Spin him up. And like Simon, I find it better with the handle slightly up. Okay, hold the head with your hand there, slide on underneath, and get it spinning, and go. Okay, as quick as that. Now that is sanded well, and that's just the 120 grit. Now, because this is not concentric, there's quite a bit of juddering there. Now, you can also get the backing pads, the soft backing pads. Now, if you put a soft backing pad onto the head, and you will see that that actually, what happens now is that that molds itself into all the little valleys as well as the peak. So now you've actually got all the little bits as well. So now from, and a little tip as well, when you take the, put your thumb there so you don't raise the Velcro as you change grits. So I'll just do it very quickly now. I'll go through the grits and I'll stop talking. $400 now. And finally 600. And there is a really, really smooth surface, completely line free. Now, as I explained before, we were going through, I'll zoom in a minute for you to look at the surface. We were going this way, so it was turning that way. Now, if you put pressure on the other side, then it'll turn the other way and we'll get almost a reverse sanding situation. And just do a couple of passes there, and the job is done, ready to either put your final finish on, your wax, whatever, or what I'd like to do now is go to Yorkshire grit. Now I'll zoom in and hopefully you can see what a superb surface this has left. I think you'll agree that is absolutely first class, and this soft bark as well has no marks on it, no radial marks whatsoever, and I think you'll agree that's an excellent surface, and it is really soft. Okay, now for the inside of the vessel. I'm using the extension arm, and I've got the small 30, I can't remember, I got the small 36mm in, but I'll show you can actually use the larger 47mm on this one as well, and this is just under 4 inches, about 3 and 5/8 across there. Now the beauty of this is that you don't have to get your hand in, which you can't. I mean, I've used things like this before, just a piece of dowel and taped the abrasive on the end and gone in like so. But again, yes, you can use that, but this is so much easier. And what you do is literally find the sweet spot and run it in. And this is very uneven inside, because it was actually, I think, my first hollow form that I did with the system, and through lack of experience, if you like, I didn't actually do a very smooth surface inside. But that's nothing to do with the system, that's me. But I'm going to show you how easy and effective this is. I'm not going to go through all the grits on this one, I'll just do the 120. And I'll, again, must reiterate to put all your dust extraction on that you have, and definitely wear a dust mask, because this is very effective and it shifts quite a lot of wood. Okay, so again, running at around 2000 revs, find your sweet spot, get it moving, there we go, and in. Your hands are well away. When you get that, that's because it's very uneven inside. Okay? So you can see the amount of wood that you're doing. Now what I'll do is just blow that out so you can hopefully see the amount of dust, the amount of wood that's been removed by that. And your hands are well away from the spinning surface. Now also for I'm just going to show you that you're not restricted to have the small one. You could still do it with the larger 47mm. Again, find that sweet spot and go in. And run through the grits. It's a very, very effective piece of kit, and I'm very impressed with it. I love it, and I will use it on everything I can, basically. The other thing to note, that if you've got a live edge, you could use the system again with your hands well away, and as long as you play the drop the tool rest and play it from underneath so it doesn't catch, you can do your live edge as well, and you can do the same on the inside by finding that sweet spot on the bottom, and your hands are well away from the spinning edge. And here's the piece now after Yorkshire Grit and Hampshire Sheen, and I think you'd agree it's a beautiful surface. Sanding was minimal with regards to time, and we can go in, I'll zoom in here for you so you can see. Absolutely perfect surface there. I mean, we've got a few wormholes, wonderful. So I think it proves the point. The sanding system works extremely well. No radial marks there whatsoever. Well, I hope you found that of interest. For certain, in my book anyway, the Hope sanding system prepares the surface absolutely immaculately ready for your finish of choice. Martin Saban-Smith mentioned to me, or mentioned in Facebook the other day, that somebody had coined the partnership of Yorkshire Grit and Hampshire Sheen as partners in shine. Well, I personally will be adding Simon Hope's sanding system to that. 3 elements to produce what I term, or what I would suggest, is a perfect finish. Not a radial mark in sight, absolutely spot on. This also, as I'm here, proves the integrity of a glue joint if properly applied. This piece was a practice piece basically, and I didn't finish it off really at all. I did part it off, so I got it as central as I possibly could, and I glued it to a glue block. And you saw the way it was spinning at 2000 revs, and I was sanding it absolutely, completely sound. I'll part this off now, and I will actually finish this off. Might even go in the house, I don't know. Okay, well, thanks very much indeed for watching. I'll put links down below to Simon's website, and you can take a look at the pieces of kit, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Well, thanks very much indeed for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Cheers now.